Okay. Hey everyone. Got a good matchup here between HHI and Nano. Callie casting. I think I'm alone in the booth right now, and probably for the duration of the match, so you're stuck with me. But if anybody out there does want to hop in and commentate with me, let me know. Other than that, for the 2 people watching currently, feel free to throw stuff in the comments and everything, so I have more stuff to talk about. Here we go. Matchup today, as I said, HHI and Nano, and let me see what maps we'll be playing. Looks like we've got Launchpad, Waterway, and Stadium. So I think HHI is definitely pushed for Waterway because they've got ridiculous snipers on their team. I already see Mr. V in. Anybody who's seen him in game knows that the shield and sniper is kind of his go-to, and he's just absolutely deadly with that. Annoyingly so. Very frustrating. Seems like we've got the Hoedown as well, Nugget, Mr. Soap, and Lord Grimm. So we're really across continents on HHI, which is the I for international. They're living up to their name. Over on Nano, Nano's definitely a newer team, so I am not as familiar with some of these players. Let's see who we've got. We've got Bottom Feeder, Mecher, Cocoa Puffs, .com, and Future Chain. So I guess a lot of these guys have been around for at least a little while. They're all really good. .com, definitely gonna see them with Rockets. Quite a bit, I'm sure. And then I am not as familiar with the other guys so much. I think Future Chain has the stream up maybe because he just waved to himself. And let me know how audio is, if I'm too loud, if the game's not loud enough. Still trying to figure out a lot of this casting stuff. So as I said, up first, we've got Launchpad, as they've still got plenty of time to get. I think both teams have everybody in. That's awesome. Wonder if we'll actually get started somewhat early. I apologize if there's random long periods of silence. I am trying to figure some of this stuff out. Yeah, so lots going on today, lots of games happening. We're a little short on commentators, and so that's the reason y'all are stuck with just me in the booth. Let's see what other games we've got. I know there's quite a few going on at the moment. So it looks like we've got UNSC versus Apex happening at the same time. I think Southern Cross, SDHX, is playing as well. I think they're playing ARC at the moment. Shameless plug. Other is playing them as well later tonight at 8 Eastern, so 3 hours from now. Hopefully this game does not take too long. But I think this is going to be a pretty good matchup. Predictions. This is about the time I would normally ask the other commentators for their predictions. So if anybody in the YouTube comments wants to put their predictions, go on. I'd probably say HHI is going to take this, just because I'm not as familiar with a lot of the Nano players, and I've been killed by a lot of these players, Mr. V, Hoedown, all of them, a lot. Oh yeah, and we're probably going to see Hoedown pick up rockets as well. I don't know if the others have so much of a signature weapon, I guess you could say. So I'm excited to see if it's going to be a battle of the rockets between .com and Hoedown. That would actually be pretty fun to see. .com will a lot of times pick up rockets even on the offensive, whereas a lot of times you see people using them solely defensively. And it looks like they're starting to gather in the middle, so I'm just gonna grab the drone and let them know that good to go. And it looks like we might actually be starting early. As you can see, we got a lot of pink players in there. Jinxed it when I said we're starting early.
Prepare to start.
Okay, and setting up, we've got HHI is going to be pushing first, with Nano defending.
Match starts in 3, 2.
And I'm assuming we're going to see rockets already. Let's see if .com's gone. Yep, .com already got the rockets, and is still running around with them. Oh, taken down by Lord Grim though, and Mr. Soap and Hoedown are riding the cart at the moment. If there's anybody you guys want me to follow or anything like that, throw it in the comments for the 5 people watching. Looks like Mr. Soap's gonna be pushing up here a bit to try and disrupt, but he is taken out with Nugget trying to guard the cart. Nugget's definitely newer to HHI, so that's a name I don't recognize as much, but definitely seems to be holding his own here. And already we've got a pretty good push by HHI. Nano has definitely slowed them down a little bit, but they're back to cruising, and yep, that looks like .com's probably got the rockets again. Bottom feeder pushing in to try and kill some of them at their base. It's a good trade. I think I gotta move the drone now because they are just cruising along. Oh, although it does look like Nano's managed to slow them down here. But as we always say, you know, bottom of the hill, the goal is basically 4 minutes, so they've still on good schedule. They're definitely going to have to contend with these rockets. Oh, well, there you go. Nuggets taking out the rockets to allow them for a better, more uninterrupted push here. Let's see if they can get that part moving. And right about 4 minutes, we're at the bottom of the hill. So they do have 2 or 3 people on there. It's kind of surprising to see them stacking it that much, especially with how aggressive they know .com is going to be with the rockets. It's a little bit dangerous, but, you know, if it does come down to both teams getting it to the end, it is going to come down to a timing thing. Maybe they just want to get ahead of that. Oh, and good job there by Nugget taking out those rockets. A couple dead bodies there. Nugget's going to continue to push into Nano's base, but he is taken out. Mr. V, sniper and shield. The deadly combination is in his hands. Oh, good pick on Nano. Oh my gosh. Sorry, I'm gonna switch people. It was so much fun to watch him do that. Being on the receiving end of that, not so much. Let me see if I've kept up with the drone here. Nope. And we're seeing a lot of rockets exploding as well. Looks like Nano's got a pretty good setup here with 2.5 minutes to go. I think we'll probably see HHI get it through the checkpoint. But Nano's definitely doing really well defensively. They can get rockets set up again and get in a bunch of these defensive positions around the cart, as we kind of see them taking right now. Take Mr. V out. That would be super helpful. And they're definitely going to make HHI fight for this. Looks like somebody's gone to go take rockets out. And they're definitely going to want to start putting somebody on cart here. With 2 minutes, I mean, they could definitely keep them from getting checkpoint. I don't know if they will be able to, but it's totally doable. They gotta put somebody on cart. They gotta stop them from inching it along. Good headshot there by Cocoa Puff. Oh my goodness. Good rockets. I'm assuming that's .com. Look at those golden rockets. I'm assuming .com just got a call out from a teammate that somebody was coming to flank for them. This is a really good spot that we see a lot of rockets set up. And the frustrating thing is, as you're pushing, a lot of times, despite the fact that you know somebody's there, you kind of get distracted in trying to get to that cart. And you can sit somewhere with rockets and just continuously just bombard the cart anytime somebody hops on. But .com's definitely doing a good job of moving around. Oh! They're at a minute left. And super close.
Checkpoint.
Oh, they got it. Looks like Lord Grimm is going to chase someone here into the shotgun room. And a good pick on Cocoa Fox. Oh, but the cart is not moving. There we go, we've got 2 on. And Mr. V is up. No sniper in the field yet, but doing his best to disrupt the enemy. Hoe down. Yep, there's rockets. So he's using rockets offensively. And he's fantastic with the rockets. Rockets are always difficult because if you get caught in 1v1 situations, a lot of times it's super difficult to win those with rockets. But Hoedown is somebody who's incredibly good at close combat with the rockets. Looks like Nano is really kind of taking their time getting out of base. We see 2 or 3 working their way out here. I think they're really going to have to speed up to try and get to that cart, just to even slow them down. And Cocoa Puffs is hiding here in the shield room. But, oh, I think that, yeah, hiding here while the cart's moving is not necessarily a solid strat, but we'll see how it works for him. Let me move the drone to get it caught up. Looks like the payload is stopped, so this would be a good time to really get defense set up. But they've got somebody back on cart now, so we'll see how Nano contends with that. Looks like there's a lot of HHI hanging out in the area. Mr. V is there stopping people from getting in, and it looks like Hoedown's coming in with rockets from behind the cart. Cocoa Puffs has double snipers and is taken out by Mr. V. I think Mr. V has rockets there. Definitely all kinds of weapons on both sides at this point. With 4 minutes to go, it's looking like they might push it the entire way. They're definitely going to set a mark that's not going to be easy for Nano. Future Chain is pushing up here to probably try and disrupt some of their grouping. Does a good job there. Cutting off those, working their way through the shotgun room. Oh, good job of staying alive for the moment, but he is eventually taken out by Lord Grant. They have rockets set up again. It's probably .com, and definitely going to need to be taken out to get this push rolling again. Oh, good pick there by Mr. Soap. Definitely seeing a little bit of the ping difference and the results of it. What's Nugget doing? Looks like cart is stopped. Nugget's gonna get into Nano's base and try and slow them down from even getting to the cart. But they're really doing a good job of pushing the cart at this point and keeping people around the cart as well, so that they can kind of cycle through, but also giving them the advantage in those 2v1s or 3v1 situations. Good job there by Nugget, but somebody else in the alleyway. Oh my goodness, this guy is all over the place. He gets 2 picks, and then dies with the 3rd. Like they might be waiting for a group up here. Oh, but good job by Future Chain. And Mr. V does have rockets now. 2 rockets. Oh, good job. He's eventually taken out by .com. .com's got SMGs now. It'll pick up just about anything. That's awesome to be that versatile with all these weapons as well. Ooh. Hoedown with his rocket. Oh, taken out by Future Chain. It looks like the cart is still moving. Here's that 86% that we keep seeing a lot of teams end at. Looks like with a minute and a half to go, HHI will probably get a little past 86%. They might not push it the whole way like I had thought. Nano's doing a great job here defensively, but this is definitely a super difficult part of Launchpad. Good job there by Necker. I think Mr. Soap might be feeling the results of the ping differential as well. Cocoa Puffs setting up here in a very defensive position. We're seeing Cocoa Puffs hide quite a bit on this map. But it looks like, I'm assuming Hoedown or Mr. V has rockets for blue. But .com here is doing a great job of just stopping anybody getting on that cart. Oh. They are still at 86%, so I think it was about a minute and a half that they got to that 86%. We'll see if Nano can hold them. That would be awesome if they can hold them for this long at, you know, at 86%. That's a good job by them. Oh, there we see that 87, and those rockets are doing a great job, and it is Mr. V on blue with the rockets. .com is doing a great job of staying alive here. And I'm assuming there was a call out to go take care of Mr. V in the shotgun room. Here, let's switch to somebody else. Future Chain is setting up defensively there. Let's see how this final push goes. Nugget might not get there. Lord Grimm is grabbing the dash and then probably going to hop on, try to get overtime. He's taken out, and good job by Nano there. It looks like Future Chain is leading the scoreboard for Nano and Lord Grimm on HHI. Move the drone.
Prepare to start.
I haven't seen a lot of shocks in this game, which is a little surprising. Usually see those a lot on payload. Cocoa Puffs. Okay. Looks like Bottom Feeder might be riding the cart for Nano here. Cocoa Puffs offering to, maybe.
First elimination.
And so let's see how well they clear, how quickly they can clear the area of HHI. Yep. Okay. Well, there's the shocks. But it looks like Nano is doing a good job of clearing. I definitely see rockets up. I'm assuming that was Mr. V or Hoedown. Oh. .com has got shocks now as well. Pretty uninterrupted push here. Good job by .com with his golden shocks. Okay. And you can see the dash trail of somebody hopping around the house there. Somebody coming out of Staples is going to take out .com. I think that was Hoedown with rockets. And you can tell somebody's definitely in house. Yep, there. Hoedown with rockets. They're doing a really good job of keeping Nano contained and, you know, keeping moving, which is really what you got to do with explosives at this point. And Nano is in about the same position and timing as HHI was at this time. But they're really going to have to keep it moving if they want to contend with the mark that HHI set. Here's good push down that hill. Oh, Mecker trying to hide behind that shield. Yeah, Nano's really going to have to take those rockets out to be able to get a solid push going. But it looks like there's a bunch of Nano moving in together here, so we'll see if they can make something happen. Good pick by Cocoa Puff there. Oops, and I forgot to switch the logos. Looks like Cocoa Puff is having some issues there. Hopefully they get up and moving again. With 3.5 minutes to go, they really got to start this thing moving. They're definitely behind HHI's time at this point, but it's still doable. They're trying to get rockets set up by the looks of it. Yeah, I forgot that they had so many rocket users. Oh, Mr. V is like the OG for rockets as well. Anybody who's ever seen him, his little gif of him drawing a heart with the rockets Always makes me chuckle. Looks like somebody's gone to take out rockets and Nordstrom manages to get them. And they are moving the cart. 2.5 minutes to go. Oh, but I am not moving the drone. I think that's Mr. V with the rockets, tomahawking, and really keeping anybody from getting any amount of distance on that cart. Yeah, Hodan's just chilling there with the rockets, really making it difficult for Nano here with 1.5 minutes to go. I don't think they've really moved it much, but here we see it moving a bit. They're really going to have to make a concerted effort to get this last bit in 1.5 minutes. I think we might see HHI hold them at checkpoint. Yeah, they've really got to take out these people who are just staying in the same spot. And there, they do a great job. Here's a great push by them. Nearly uninterrupted push for this last little bit. And they got it. Awesome. Mecker is chasing down Mr. V with those rockets, and he is taken out. And then it looks like he's going to go disrupt a bit. Oof, but he's taken out by multiple people on the rail. Coco Puffs contorting on the cart. But they do a good job of defending and keeping that push going. Hodan taken out just as soon as he gets that double rocket loadout. Mr. V is going for his sniper. I assume we might see him grab a shield as well. Oh gosh. He's going sniper rocket. Interesting. But he's taken out by .com there. Let's see where this cart is. Way past where the drone is. They're definitely doing a good job here. I have no clue where they are compared to HHI. I can only imagine they're behind at this point, so they really got to keep this push going. They might have to start stacking as well, try and make up some of that time, but that's also pretty dangerous with all these explosives going. One thing I don't really see Nano doing at this point is grouping up. Oh, but Future Chain does a great job of taking out two. They need to get on that cart. There you go. And there's one more. Mr. Soap was hiding. Manages to take out a couple of them, but they still have this push going. Please don't hop off, Mecker. No. Yeah, we see HHI just hiding in all these corners. Definitely making it difficult. But we still have 5 minutes to go, and they might do it. I could see them with 5 minutes to go. They are nearly at that gag point at 86%. Or well, 86% is just past it, but they've got to get to 87, and they're at 77 right now. They're doing a good job of keeping these little pushes going. Oh, Nugget with those shocks finally taken out. Good shot there by .com. Yep, Mecker's foregoing hopping on the cart and going to disrupt a bit. Good job taking out two of them there, but the cart is not moving. Oh, taken out by Mr. Soap as he was going for the health. Yeah, and one of the things about disrupting is it's super difficult to coordinate the disruption along with a cart push, because it doesn't make much sense to get in their base and kill them if you're not using that time to push that cart. I'm seeing rockets offensively and defensively here. Yeah, Hoedown. He loves the spot for the rockets. And it's a good spot. It's definitely back. It's hidden. So, you know, anybody on Nano's got to go through 4 other HHI folks to even get to him. Which I imagine we'll probably see somebody hopping towards him, try and take him out once they realize that they're not moving the cart at all with him doing this. With 3 minutes to go, this is a super difficult part to get past. And they've got to take him out. There. Yep. And a good job there by Mecker. Mecker has died, but they still have a rocket up. Mr. V just shoots it off anywhere. And exactly, this guy is just stupid with rockets. I wish I could do that. I'm not seeing a lot of blue in the area. I imagine HHI is pushed up a bit to try and even cut them off from getting to the cart, let alone on it. 2.5 minutes here. By the numbers, they only need 4 more percent. And here they've got a good push going, but that has been stopped by rockets, I assume. Let me see if the drone is where it needs to be. Of course it's not. These little pushes do add up. It's going to be difficult to get it that last little bit with just those little pushes, but it's totally doable. And one of the things you don't want to see them doing is hopping off cart when there's only the one person on the cart, unless they're avoiding rockets or something like that, or they know somebody's coming into cart behind them. It's going to be super difficult if they continue to do that. 1.5 minutes to go. It is only 2%, I guess, but if you look at the mark and where they are, it's a solid amount to go. And with these rockets up, it's definitely going to be difficult. Oh my gosh. Looks like somebody's tried to go without rockets, we're unable to. Mr. V is not giving them any space at all. Killed by Mr. V. Yeah, they're really gonna need explosives to kill or to clear cart before they can hop on at this point. Good job by Mr. Soap there. He did leave the cart. He let somebody hop on the cart and went for the person who was nearby, which, you know, got reaction. You should kill the person on the cart, but I think he was very aware of the fact that rockets were up and Mr. V would just kill him in a second anyway. Good pick by .com. He moved, grabbed that dash and
9, 8, 7,
tried to take those rockets
6,
out.
5,
See if we can get a final
4,
little push here.
3, 2, 1. Overtime.
Oh, nice! They are keeping this overtime going.
Red team wins.
That was a really close. I did not expect that to be that close. Super excited about that. Good job, guys. Let me grab the scores. Good job to both teams. Let's get this up. There we go. So here we definitely see Grim at the top, 86 and 61. Jeez. Future chain over for Nano. They definitely had lower scores, pretty even kills, I guess, with HHI. It was not an incredibly uneven match, which I was super excited to see. The blowout games are, you know, probably fun to be on the winning end of, but not as fun to watch. Yeah, across the board, it looks like everybody really did pretty well. 1% away. That was really close, and that was a very good job by Nano. HHI is no joke. They're fun to play with, but not fun to get killed by. Okay, so looks like we've got Waterway up next. The drone going that entire time. Oh my gosh, I don't think I had that drone in. Sorry guys, I was focused on getting the drone to make sure it was following the payload, and I don't think it was even shown for y'all. Yes, looks like we do have Waterway next. We'll see if how Nano does with this. They're definitely going to have to contend with some snipers. And they're going to have to get into HHI's base to get them down. But, you know, I'd love to see Nano take this and go to a control point. And we have Butterspoon and a trash can coming in for Nano that subbed out. I don't know that there were any substitutions for HHI. They still got same lineup. Great lineup. Definitely some killers there. For anybody who's just joining us, we just saw it was a good launch pad map. It was definitely close. 86 to 87% in favor of HHI. But Nano put up a great fight for that, which was great to see. And a lot of these new teams are very unknown quantities, so I think A, they're trying to figure out their strats a bit, but B, a lot of teams don't necessarily know ins and outs of what they'll play like and kind of how to counter specific things that teams might do. I think some of them, like .com, you probably knew he was going to pick up rockets a lot and stuff like that, but I think it gives them a tiny bit of an edge. But it's good to see them doing well. I like seeing these new teams, especially as they're going up against very known quantities and very known killers, such as HHI. I really like to see them making HHI work for that. Oh, definitely gotta let them know that good to go. Looks like they might actually be ready to get going already. Yep, okay, not waiting for me.
Match starts in 3, 2, 1, go. Blue takes C. Red takes B.
We get this drone set up, and then
blue takes B. Red takes C. Blue
I want to go
takes
find
C.
Mr. V with the sniper, see what havoc
Red
he's
take
wreaking.
red team.
Already a countdown by
Red
HHI.
takes B.
Yep, there's Mr. V with sniper shield.
Red takes C. Blue takes C.
And happy to see that both
Blue
teams got
takes
their own
B.
button pretty right off the bat.
Red takes B.
Oh my gosh. Been on the receiving end of that entirely too many times. It kind of in awe. Okay, we'll go watch somebody else.
Blue takes B.
Looks like both teams are working to use the bottom of B. Hodon's going to follow the Nano player back into his own
Red
base.
team score
And we
countered.
have an HHI countdown.
Red team countered. Blue takes C.
They're doing a really good job of countering at B, which is something that a lot of these new teams, as soon as they get that pressure in their base, they'll kind of turtle up and they'll start only going to counter at their button, which is, you know, generally where everybody's going to be. Nugget there trying to hide behind Mr. V's
Blue
shield.
takes A.
Didn't quite work out for him. I think Mr. V made it
Red
through though.
takes C. Blue takes B.
Oh. I don't know if that's my
Red
internet or
takes
Mr.
B.
Soap's, but somebody's
takes
internet's having
B.
issues. And Mr. V
Red
is
takes
taken out
B.
there.
Blue team
We got a blue
scores
countdown.
in 3, 2, counter.
Oh, good
Blue
counter by
team
Lord Grim. That was actually
scores
really
in
close.
3,
We have another
2,
countdown. A
counter.
lot
Blue
of,
team
yeah, HHI
score
had a lot of
countered.
people up. Looks like their whole
Blue
team is back
team
up now.
scores countered.
I'd really like to see Future Chain getting out there and being aggressive, even if there's a countdown. Ideally, you're probably not going to have many of the enemy in your
Red takes
base or
B.
coming for your base when there's like that many countdowns in a row. They're all probably dying and recycling and spawning and either going through their own button or at B. Oh, Tom trying to be tricky there. Lord Grim pushing into Nano's base. They already have 2 of the buttons. I'm wondering if we will see another countdown here in a sec.
Red team scores 3, countered.
Good
Blue
pick from
takes
Mr.
C.
V. Oh my gosh. And Mr. V is great about, I'm sorry, great about not only being defensive with that sniper. He doesn't just stay in his own base. He'll get out and be aggressive.
Blue
And
takes B.
he's good with that 1v1. He's very good with the shield. So that it definitely helps to have those numbers pushing up instead of just having one person
Red
who's
takes
always going to
B.
be at your
Red
base.
takes B. Red team scores
Another
3,
countdown for HHI.
2, 1.
And looks like
Red
that'll be the
team
first point.
wins this round. Go. Blue takes B. First elimination. Red takes A.
I love when people get killed mid-dash. Their body goes, oh, Mr. Soap in
Red
water.
takes B.
Body goes flying across the map and you just see it off the corner of your eye. Future Chain is
Blue
in.
takes B.
Oh no, they didn't get their
Blue
own
team
button.
scores
There they go.
in 3,
Good, hold that button.
2,
They're going to
1.
be.
Countered.
Oh, they countered at
Blue
B.
takes
Good
B.
counter. And good button hold by Future Chain. Actually, he did not. If they had not countered at B, that would have been a point.
Blue takes C. Blue takes B. Red takes B. Blue takes
Nano's
B.
doing a really good job here of holding down B and being aggressive.
Red takes B.
But Butterspoon is taken out in HHI's basement. Meckery taken out at
Blue
B.
takes B.
And Mr. V just wreaking havoc. Let's go follow some of the Nano players. Oh, good headshot, Future. Another
Red
good
team
pick.
scores.
And he's going to be able to counter
Red takes C.
nearly for
Blue
a
team
countdown on their
score
side.
countered.
Oh, that was close.
Blue team countered.
Another countdown.
Red takes
He
C.
needs to grab health. There he goes, and he's going to hop back up. But they do know he is there. Oh, taken out by Mr. V. What is .com doing? .com is grabbing shots.
Red team countered.
Oof.
Blue takes C.
Just misses with those shots.
Red takes C.
Oh. The trash can is holding down HHI's base. And
takes C.
HHI has the other two buttons.
Red
Not
takes
anymore.
C.
But they really just need to get their own base. I assume most of them are in Nano's base, which is why we've not seen them going for their own button. Oh, it looks like Mr. V is going to be coming back to their own base to get their button.
Red team.
Oh, go for the button, go for the button.
Countered.
Nice counter B. Butterspoon looks like he's crouching the entire
Red
time.
takes B. Blue takes B.
Yeah, it's a good workout. It sounds tiring.
Red
Good take
takes
there by
B.
Mr. Soap. And Mr. V is in Nano's
Red
base
team
again.
scores 3.
Nano definitely has a
Counter.
bunch of people up,
Red takes C.
but they've got to
Blue
take
takes
Mr.
C.
V out. Nope.
Red team score
Doesn't
countered.
count them. A lot of these counters are actually
Red
countering
takes
at
B.
multiple buttons.
Blue
Good pick
takes
by a
B.
trash can there, holding down B.
Blue takes B.
Oh, Lord Grimm shooting
Red
under B.
takes
Didn't
B.
realize there was somebody else in the basement with him.
Blue takes B.
This is actually a pretty close waterway. We've had a lot of counters on both sides. A lot of countdowns on both sides.
Blue team scores
Oh,
in
and we've got
countered.
another countdown for Nano. It's
Red
just going to be an
takes
issue
B.
of timing that and capping that button when there's enough of the HHI
Red
down.
takes B. Red takes B.
Mr. Soap heading to B, but it looks like there's 2 or 3 Nano also heading to B. Oh, nearly wins
Blue
that
takes
2v1.
B.
Oh no.
Red takes B.
And I think Future Train has dropped. Mr. V, there's a couple shots at him, and I think he
Blue
realizes.
takes B.
So,
Red team
Nano's really going to have to
scores
be
countered.
a little bit cautious here, realizing that it's currently a 4v5. Yes. Hopefully,
Blue takes B.
hopefully Future Train hops
Red
back in
takes A.
soon.
Red team countered.
Yeah, I'm assuming by now they've realized that he's dropped.
Red team countered. Red team score
That
countered.
button, nice.
Red team scores 3.
There. Oh,
2
good counter at
countered.
B.
Red team scores.
You gotta go for that
3,
button, bud.
2, 1 countered. Red
Okay,
countered.
Future Train is back in.
Red team scores countered.
And it
Blue
immediately
takes
counters.
B. Red takes B.
Let's see if
Blue takes
Nano
B.
can get that aggression back. These drops are unfortunate, but you know, they happen.
Red
At least
takes
now,
B.
it used to be
Blue
that you were
takes
kicked out
B.
for quite a little while, and it was like 2 minutes, and you couldn't hop back into the game because there were already 10 people in because it thought you were still in, and it was very frustrating.
Blue
That
countered.
2 minutes felt like probably felt way too long. But anyway, so it's super quick now, and even if it registers that you're still in the game, you can hop back in. But still, nobody likes to see that drop.
Blue team scores.
We're having a lot of
countered.
Nano
Blue
countdowns here.
team scores in 3 countered. Blue team score
And
countered.
4
Blue
HHI
team
left. Yeah.
scores in 3 countered.
They're doing a really good
Blue
job.
team
Nano's doing a
score
really
countered.
good job of being aggressive and keeping that stream. Oh,
Red
good
takes
pick
B.
there.
Blue
And
takes B.
using that crouch button. Good job there as well. I'm unsure why .com went back to B. But it looks like they
Red
they
takes
had a
B.
couple at B. That would have been a really good time, I think, to start being aggressive, start pushing in. It really does look like he's crouching the entire time. Oh, good pick there by Butterspoon.
Red team countered.
Oh, don't go down.
Blue takes B. Red takes
So
A.
they've got their enemy base. Now they've only got B.
Red team scores
Ooh,
3.
another countdown. Looks like .com is the
1.
only one left up. Will
Red
not be
team
able to
wins
counter.
this
Got to
round.
be. But did not get there soon enough. And it looks like a buttonhole may have gotten him.
Match point. Blue takes B. Red takes B.
And it looks like
First
Nano once again did
elimination.
not get their own base. There it goes. Oh,
Blue
bit of a
takes
missed
B.
dash there.
Red
Oh, good
takes
pick.
B.
But they do realize he's in there. Come on. Some good dashing. Nearly wins that.
Blue takes B.
Oh,
Red takes B. Red team scores
Another
3, 2, 1. Red team wins.
and that is it, folks. Let me throw up the scores here. Yeah, I mean, as I said, HHI is definitely full of killers. Good job, Nano. I think that it was an unfortunate drop, but they had really good aggression, and they were constantly making HHI counter. There were a lot of counters either way. Waterway, we see it a lot, that it just happens to be a lot of times timing, whether or not it's just coordination or something like that. Nano is a new team. Super excited to see where they go, because going up against such a veteran team like this, they still did fantastic. Launchpad was super close. For anybody who wasn't here, it was within a percentage, and we nearly saw a control point because of it. So good job to both teams. Thanks anybody who watched, and enjoy the rest of a Hyperdash filled day. Quite a few other games, probably they might still be going on. I don't know if they are or not. But go check